Hello and welcome. My name is Juergen Rinelli and I'm a software consultant. In my today's episode of the Endpoint Central series, I'll cover the vulnerability management. Have fun! We're here in Endpoint Central in the Threats and Patches module. Right in the beginning, we have our dashboards. Everywhere we have dashboards. Some data has not yet been collected. It's a fresh installation and scanning is still in process. Here we do have security configurations, informations about BitLocker disabled systems and system misconfigurations and a few other more dashboards, systems view with a health graph and the patches view. What's missing with the matrix and such. Well, the first thing what we are gonna do is we will go into the settings. Right in the beginning, when we installed and basically configured Endpoint Central, we've been within the patch database settings. We've enabled everything from Microsoft third-party drivers and BIOS, and I have been disabling the Mac because I don't have any Macs in here. And neither I do have Linux systems, so that's why I disabled that. Fine. What else do we have? What's important? Within the cleanup settings, we have the patch repository. Yeah, we talked about that as well. And we configured already the patch cleanup. Remove superseded patches, remove the patches that are older than 3 months. And the notification we already configured as well. Now there are the Office click to run settings, what we can configure. We can set up some languages already in here. I will get in English and German, and then I will do the same with approving tools. Automatically add Office click to run application languages newly discovered in the network. I'm gonna switch that out. And the distribution server, this setting is only the download source for the distribution servers from Microsoft CDN or the central server where to download those data. I will keep it Microsoft CDN. Installation option when Office applications are in use. Well, we could forcefully close applications in use. It's a real funny thing if someone is writing a big Word document, a big letter, or having created a new big table with a lot of automatizations within Excel, and we close this face forcefully. It won't be really nice. Do not install updates when an Office application is in use. That's something we as administrators don't want. So we will stick with allow the end user to skip close the application in use and proceed with the update. We will leave that like that. Safe. Now let's go into patches. What do we see here? We have already missing patches. This is what has been collected already from all the agents out there. Yeah, I don't have a lot of machines in here. So we do have the severities coming from the software vendors. We have a description on which systems is this patch missing, platform, reboot required, not required, and a patch rollback, possible or not. We do have more columns to choose of. We could choose severity as a specific column, release date, download status, and some other columns. Cancel. Okay. We have in here in the bulletin ID some more informations. regarding the patch. And here in front, we do have the supported languages of that patch, a link to the bulletin ID, and here the patch name. This is the installer, the update package. So it is coming from the vendors itself. It's a direct link. Okay, when we want to patch something, we can do that always in a manual way. That's easy to do. Just click it, install publish patch. We will give it a name. I always copy paste because and then we do have here deployment, publish to self-service portal, or deploy with the deployment policy we covered in our previous video. I will get it on deploy anytime at the earliest, let's say, and we can publish as well into the self-service portal, having both covered a deployment policy with a time frame and giving the possibility, the ability to the user to install that patch earlier. Okay, we can force it after a specific time, and here's already the target inserted automatically. From that missing patches dialog, we have retry counts, and here we just go on deploy or deploy immediately, and this will be rolled out. Let's deploy it. It's needed, so why not? Okay, we see then here a draft download in progress. This is a configuration we publish right now, and we have an execution summary. If you want to refresh it here. It will take some time. And we see here the configuration details, execution status, yet to apply, and some remarks, yet to apply. Okay, there's nothing else within it. Fine. Let's continue until this configuration, this patch is getting rolled out manually. What else do we have here? We can decline patches to specific computer groups if we want, and we can decline patches even as a whole application and application family. Now, we don't want to patch manually, isn't it? We want to have it automatically. Right now, we have every patch automatically approved. The meaning of it is that we can automatically build patch deployment policies, automate patch deployment policies. Created by all, nothing in here yet. We will create one together. Okay, we will create a patch deployment policy, an automate patch deployment policy, and we will call it critical and important patches clients. It's Windows and third-party patches. Save. We select then what we want to deploy. Critical patches. Let's get those into it too. And we have patch up all applications, specific only, or all except something. Third party, we select critical and important as well, and we can have everything patched again, specific only, or some patches not, some applications not. Could be a sub GUI, could be a VPN client, or a Citrix workspace or something, just to name some already known exceptions. Antivirus updates we could publish here as well. I strongly recommend, and Manage Engine does that, to build up an own automation for antivirus updates. When we click that, they already tell you that it's a warning. Okay, driver updates, we could publish them as well automatically. And here we see only patches that are approved manual or test and approve scenario will be installed, published from here. And we can deploy those patches after a certain amount of days from release. At the moment, we can choose only release. When we initiate a test and approve scenario, we can change that, and then we could have the approval date in here. We will see that in a short while. Next, deployment policy. We can deploy it through the deployment policy we already configured yesterday. Critical and important updates clients. You remember we had 5 days a week, every week 11 to 2 and 5 to 8. And you could publish that also automatically into the self-service portal or deployment policy plus self-service portal. Okay, even here is a force outside of the deployment window if it has reached some certain days of after the deployment. It can be forced. Next, the target. Let's select a target. I will choose just a computer, and we can exclude even targets. Custom groups with systems we don't want to touch are dynamic groups. Next. Notification. We can have notifications here. That's a cool thing. If you really are bored, you are lonely, you don't receive any emails, there's help for you. But we can leave it as well because we have our dashboards. Once we save that, we have here our first automate patch deployment policy for critical important patches for the targets we set up here. We can modify it. We can save it as new without targets and with all targets, so we can duplicate. And here is a possibility to suspend the task. Of course, you can delete the task as well. Okay, that's one part. Automatically deployment of patches. We might want to have our patches prior the productive rollout tested. That's where we change it. Test and approve, modify it to test and approve, and here you can choose retain approval status of the previously already downloaded or already collected patches, or mark everything as not approved. I'll stick with mark patches as not approved. I just started right now. Save. Now what changed? Let's go back. Patches, missing patches tab. Now you see here an approval status, not approved. Not approved can always be automatically published in the way we saw in the beginning. If you want to approve it manually, just click that patch, set approve. And it is green flagged and can automatically be rolled out. You can set it to not approved or declined again. Fine, let's have a look in the deployment, in the automate patch deployment policy. Here when we go and modify the whole task, now we do have the possibility to change to from approval. I always like the days from approval and I keep it with the 0 days. Next, save. Fine. Now let's go back to the test and approve. Here we can add groups for a test rollout on a specific computer group. It has to be a static computer group, and I always put there some, not only my administrator or IT department systems, I put in there even users, key users in each department working with the applications. All right, create custom group. We will need a group. Yeah, we don't have anyone now, so let's create a group. This is one way to create a group through that link. Okay, let's go here, computer group, and we'll call it pilot patches. It's a static group. If you want to have a dynamic group, you can choose a dynamic group in general for that, you can have here different filters set up: last boot time, OS version, remote offices, BitLocker software, a lot of columns with criterias, and you can have even here and or possibilities and even criteria patterns. Okay, I will go back to static and I will just choose one system into my test group. You always need at least one system in one group in order to establish a group, create group. Okay, when we go back, we are here now in the threads and patches, and now you think, yeah, I want to have, in general, wherever you are, you think, oh, I need a group, a custom or dynamic group. Where to go? Okay, there is either through the admin custom group, or when you're back somewhere, just use that. Search, advanced search. Within the on-prem edition, this works really good. Keep features and articles. On the cloud edition, something is not that good working. Here in the on-prem version, just ask, you want to have a custom group? And here you are, create new group. Configure now. Easy, isn't it? It's a feature, this advanced search, a lot of people are not aware of. It is really good in the on-prem edition. Fine, let's go back to threads and patches. We wanted to build up a test and approve scenario. Now we do have a group, so let's go. Add group name, pilot we called it, and here another tip from myself. Don't write it only. You have to click it. Then it will be really taken. Sometimes you might write pilot minus patches like in here, but the system does not collect that group. Okay, so now let's go Microsoft updates. It's a pilot group. We give everything in there, even the optional updates, service packs, feature packs, and such. I'm gonna roll out in a separate test and approve scenario. Third party, yeah, it's a test group. Let's put everything inside. Yeah, you could have even here those exceptions for Citrix or for VPN client or something like that. Drivers, I recommend having a separate test group for the drivers. And here you can, yeah, have a postpone of the deployment, let's say a certain amount of days, 2 days or such, from vendor release. It's a test group, so I always keep a 0 in there. Deployment policy. Here we could use the same policy as we created for the rollout. I will keep the same now. And here you have notification possibilities and automate, approve, tested patches after a certain amount of days. I always give 3 days there. I want to have time for my key users to respond if something within an application is not working, because here we only have a technical improvement of the patches. Is it technically installed correctly or not? And but there is no synthetic monitoring within. Okay, so if let's say 100 systems should receive those patches and all those 100 systems are online, even if just on one system there is an installation error, this patch won't be approved automatically. It is really restrictive, and that's a good thing though. You have to depend on your key users. If you don't have the access rights to test and open and play around in the applications. So what I always recommend as well is get a synthetic monitoring system what could automatically perform some actions within the applications. So you always would have even thresholds if after a patch the application responds slowly or something. All right, that's about the test and approve. Create, and you have your first pilot patches test group. You can create as many as you wish. Now we have a complete cycle. We have a test and approve, and we have an automatic rollout. Yeah, here, critical important patches only. So there is missing for the others. Just save as new with all targets. We'll change that. And put all that inside, even optional updates, why not? Everything else we can keep, expected the deployment policy. We created yesterday a second one. You remember we copied it and changed it, medium and lower updates, just 2 days a week. And 2 times, of course, on that day again. Next target remains the same. Notifications, I still don't want to have. I have my reports. And here you are with the second automatism. Easy, isn't it? Now there are some other modules within the vulnerability management. There is the threats section. We will find here some vulnerabilities with the severities, informations, affected systems, the CVSS scores 3 and 2, and we can have even more columns when we want, and even the CVSS vector. And we have here the possibility to change the view, to sort it in some way. Yeah, I want to know only what's within Windows 11, because the Windows 10, I have to update those systems. I have to get rid from Windows 10. Okay, next is detected CVEs. There is another view with, patch, where have I been, what have I been doing? Detected CVS. Let's go back. Okay, we have here more columns, of course, patch availability, exploit status, and this is important. There is always a reference to Mitre. Then there are zero-day vulnerabilities. If we have some, we can fix it. We can see what's going on which system misconfigurations. A nice thing as well, where we can deploy configurations. We see what is it, a description, severity, and we can sort that as well. And of course, we can have have exceptions. If we say we cannot do it because pre-requirements, whatever, add exception, and then it will be put into this manage exceptions section, where we can have the overview of what exceptions have we been making. High-risk software. That's an end-of-life peer-to-peer and remote desktop sharing out of the box, just with the agent telling me, listen, Camtasia is in 17 days, it is going to expire. Yeah, I need to buy a new license. Nice. No, not. And even here we have a detailed view of the high-risk software. We have web server misconfigurations. Here I can make some exceptions, of course. I cannot publish anything, but I do have a resolution. Always a nice thing to have a resolution, not just pointing out that's not good. Having a resolution helps me. And here is a possibility of a categorization as well. So, port audit. What ports are open on which system and why? We can have a look and we see what is having that port opened, and the detailed view is giving me a detailed overview. What else do we have? We have the compliance section. Compliance section? Oh, compliance data is not up to date. Okay, then let's update it. All right, fine. Took me a minute. And now we do have our built-in templates in here. That's for Linux and Windows, stick and CIS benchmarks. We can make a map and an audit for that. So first we need to have some policy groups, of course. Let's have some Windows 11 profiles. Add policy group. All right, and now I'm gonna publish that, create an audit. I will do it on all computers, and we will have Linux I do not need. Come on, choose that. Okay, and once. Now, when you think you can start that right away, it tells you no, at least 3 hours from now. But, always a but. I will choose now, someone, and the system is happy with it. You could have a notification as well sent, and now I will create that audit. Now the scan is being initiated at once, right away. Scan now. Yes, initiate. It will take a bit. In a custom group, the SSH policies are only applied to the computers based on the OS platform. You always have here some informations, and until the scan is through, we will continue with the reports. There are some predefined executive reports. You can schedule those reports. We have even CIS compliance reports, and let's go into one of those reports, download. And then secure personal information in export. No, retain personal information, because I want to have the computer names. So I already clicked on export. Just wait. Don't click again and again. It might take even half a minute already. I had that experience already, and until it continues. So the report should be generated. Let's have a look. Here it is. The report showing me high priority systems, top affected systems, a lot of informations already within here. Firewall disabled systems, a lot of informations about the security. Let's go back and make that big again. Okay, fine. The CIS compliance report, create report. There we have to, add our target computer group and select the policies, group policies. This is what we built within the compliance module. We choose a specific benchmark we want to have. I just take one, and compliance status. We want to have a filter, configure a filter only on failed. Compliance percentage, I want to have below 50%. And here is already again, mask personal information, remove personal information, or retain. You can export it only as an Excel file. Generate report. Generating in progress. I don't know if it yet shows something because we just, let's have a look. Interesting. Where is it? No, I have to download it. Let's open it. All right, already informations within it. Rule informations and the compliance report. Status failed. Yeah, that's the filter we set. And we see the computer and more information about the computer and the rule compliance. Fine, let's close that. And we have some predefined reports. Let's get this big again. With system health report, systems requiring reboot, applicable patches, missing patches awaiting approval. All this is redirecting you and you see more informations. Fine. What's about our compliance report? Has the audit been done already? Yes, there is a compliance percentage, 19%. Okay. Oh, 20. Let's take that one. Let's see what's in this benchmark. I just randomly choose something to show. Okay, so we have a compliance percentage. We see failed errors, etc. We can open everything. We see failed or passed. And we can filter it only to the failed. We have now only the failed. And this alone is not really helpful. So here, Manage Engine helps. There is a summary, a rationale, and a how to fix. So, and a reason. And the how to fix is a really good thing because I want to know how to harden my systems. And this reports will help you tremendously. As well, it helps with when some audits are coming. You just show the auditor your compliance reports, and everything might be already fine for him, him or she, him or her. System quarantine policy is the next thing. Yeah, we always need a way to block quarantine our systems. You have to choose a group. Okay, it's a group. What you have to build. I choose just that group now. I already built earlier, and here we can define some rules depending on what's your needs. OS patch, services, software vulnerability, registry values, registry path, file version. I always use the vulnerability, and you can choose either exploit availability, available, not available, or CVSS value. I choose above 8, and there is not only an audit possible, there's a quarantine possible with block all network access or only intranet in range or something. You can configure personalized alerts for the user and provide even a grace period. Only when the system is in network quarantine, only the agent will communicate with the central server. And once the system is patched, is compliant again, the system will be automatically removed from quarantine. It's a cool thing. A notification, of course, that is needed to send. Cancel, because I'm sure I will quarantine that system. Fine. We had a deployment running, a manual deployment. Oh, executed. Nice. Zoom workspace is now up to date. Succeeded. And we see more information about it. Execution status. Cool. Now there is one thing left. When we go to patches, here is attention required, uploading patches. Within here, I do not have anything. But when we go to settings, I might be able to show it. Clean up settings, upload patches. Yes, here it is. We have here some, it is the dependency patch, and we can upload the patches here. This is a how-to URL. It is not the ISO file to download. Why is it like that? Why do we have some patches we need to upload? Oracle, Java, and a sub GUI maybe, or VPN client, or here those dependency patches. We might not have the manage engine, might not have the direct download location, the direct access to it. So because it's a commercial software, you have to have your own login in order to get that patches, to download that. So we can go here. We have the how-tos. We have a help here, where to go in this case. Is it a professional edition, and what patch is needed, how to rename if needed or something. Whatever is necessary, Manage Engine provides the help, even the links where to go. Let's go out there and back. Once you have that patch, you upload it through drag and drop or click the upload, and there will be again a validation of the checksum. So to be safe, on the safe side. Once you have uploaded it, the patch manager will continue its automatic way. So when you find somewhere download failed as within a deployment as an error message, possibly you will find it within upload pending. and then just upload the patch, and the rollout will continue. So we covered today everything about vulnerabilities. We had the patches, missing patches, a manual rollout. We had the deployment, an automate patch deployment. We had a test and approve scenario. We've seen how to add and to find where to make it, to build custom groups, and how to build them. We saw everything about threats, vulnerabilities, CVE, system misconfigurations. We saw the compliance part with the built-in templates, and we built an audit already together. The quarantine policy, we went through it too, and we've seen something about the settings, where to configure the click to run settings and patch database settings. And we have seen the reports. We have seen some executive reports, even the CIS compliance report. We created one. You always can schedule all those reports. One thing is left, what I want to mention. Within the settings, we have this threat scanner settings. Here you can integrate third-party threat scanners and seamlessly control data from those third-party threat scanners. Integrate now. There is Tenable VM, Tenable SC, Spotlight, Inside VM, on-prem and cloud, and Qualys. Just click on it, enter the necessary details, and you will be able to work with it. That's it for today. Vulnerability Manager. Neither a rocket science nor you need a Hogwarts graduation, isn't it? See you soon.